All right, how are we even going to set this one up? Because this is the NorthJerseySports.com multimedia spotlight, but we're on location and not really where sometimes we do these things. We're in a gym, we're at a function. Right now we're in the living room of Dumont head girls basketball coach Dave Cieplicki, and it's an interesting time because we're going to talk to Dave about his 5-5 Lady Huskies. Although we really don't care, Dave. Let's be honest. We're here to talk to your offspring, Ashley Cieplicki, or is it Ashley Cieplicki Stern nowadays?
Ashley Cieplicki.
Actually, it's Phil Cieplicki.
We are here with Ashley Cieplicki, who is a Dumont graduate, played for her dad, 1,000-point scorer, Rowan University graduate, 09, now the head coach of the Rutgers-Newark. What are the Rutgers-Newark?
Scarlet Raiders.
The Scarlet Raiders here, off to a great start, 9-7 on the season, and Ashley is in her 4th year as the tell me again.
Scarlet Raiders.
As the Scarlet Raiders head coach here. So, first of all, Ash, what's going on?
What's up? Long time.
It has been a long time because I remember running around in the Dumont High School gymnasium when you were a player back in the day, a very good high school basketball player, and now you have decided, much like your dad, to make basketball your life.
Yes.
And 4th year as a college head coach, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's fun. It's interesting. A lot of people don't understand it, but it's a world I grew up in and just can't get away from it.
But even on a night like tonight, we're here at your dad's house. Your family very involved with what you're doing here. You have your team in the otother room having dinner. Dave, who paid for dinner tonight? Is that you?
No comment.
So the team is in there, getting to experience some of the things that you did as a kid, team bonding experience. Everybody's here. Just talk about the D3 level and how you try to connect to kids, because we could talk about the D1 stuff too, but your job as a D3 coach is more than just coaching hoops.
Yeah, definitely. And I was a D3 athlete, so I think that, I just loved that world. I had such a great experience at Rowan, and I keep in contact with my teammates every single day, and I wanted to bring that to Rutgers because I don't think they really had that before we got there. I think our team has grown every year, and family is like our number one priority, and we really focus on that. We want to make sure that everyone has a good experience more than the winning.
Well, I should just say this. You are a Division III head coach married to a Division I head coach. Phil Stern is the head coach at the University of Maryland, Baltimore County. So you get to see, what goes on inside his program too. For people who might not know, including myself, biggest differences between, the glamour you see in Division I where everybody's got the swag and the travel money and per diem.
Yep.
How does it work in Division III? What's the differences?
I mean, we still get some of that stuff, but his kids are there year round. They get no breaks. You get like a little bit in the summer, but really it's 24/7. I think you get more of the college experience at the D3 level, which is what I loved about it. And it's more about like you really loving the game because you're not being paid. You're not being given all these other things. You're just playing because you love basketball.
It's easy to bail, which makes the kids who stay that much tougher.
Yeah, it's it just shows your true colors and who you are as a person. You stick it out and you work through all that tough stuff. Like we've had some up and down years here, and the kids that are still here are the ones that are now reaping the benefits because we started off pretty good this year. Yeah,
you're 9-7. We'll get into that, but some of the kids that are here, the Ashby sisters who I saw play at Teaneck High School, Dorian Caperso, who played at Richfield Park. And every kid on your roster obviously is from Jersey or playing in the NJAC, but you got some local kids here, some Bergen County kids. How important is it to, that's got to be fun for you too because you were them 10 years ago.
Yeah, I think, when I took over, I definitely knew Bergen County would be my area, and I'm lucky to have my dad and know some of the people in Bergen County, so we really focused on that, and we were lucky to get some really great players. We have, like you said, the Ashby sisters. We have Dorian, then we have Alicia Cross, who played at Promise Catholic, and they all played in winning programs. So it's really helped us, especially this year. We have 2 freshmen starting that are really contributing.
People don't realize too, I talk to parents and players about aspirations and dreams about where they want to play in college, and I don't think people realize how good Division III basketball is. When you go to an NJAC game, it's a real competition. I mean, maybe you could fill people in because people say D1, 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 but I would suggest first going to a D3 game and see if you're at that level before you worry about anything else.
Yeah, and I always say when I played, the NJAC was all Division I transfers, and it was brutal, and it still is. I mean, every night that we play, it could be top to bottom. It doesn't matter. It's a battle every single night, and I think the NJAC's probably one of the best D3s in the country.
Yes. I mean, I to be honest, I've never seen a NJAC girls game, but women's game I have seen on the men's side, and it's just amazing. This is D3 basketball. These guys are athletic and fast and big, and all this other stuff. So let's get into this team, though. 9-7 this year.
Yeah.
Rutgers-Newark, not known for its prowess through its history, for its women's basketball success.
Yeah.
Changing the culture a little bit. In year 4 here, 9-7. Listen, I saw your dad at a function last week. You know, he said, you should talk to Ashley. And I said, yes, I should, but I was going to wait till you lost the game first because I get blamed by more people for losing. I was on your show, and then we lost. So it was a great start to the season. 9-7 now, coming off a loss to, who was it?
We just lost to Rowan.
Ooh, that one hurts.
Yeah, it did.
The old alma mater.
Yeah. But no, we're 6-3 in the league, which we were predicted to be 9th out of 10. So, I mean, we're tied for 2nd right now. And it's just been a surprise, but I don't think it was a surprise for our team. You know, we work really, really hard, and we had 2 years ago we went to the championship game as the lowest seed ever, and we had a rough year last year, and we've kind of learned from being at the top and being at the bottom now, and I think that we've kind of put some things together, and we're playing tough right now. We're tough. We work really, really hard.
Well, when the school is located in Newark, you better be tough.
Yeah.
So how about the handicap in the NJAC? I mean, Rowan, where you played, does have a history of being good. I mean, who else is, who's in front of you?
Montclair's won it the past 6 years, I think. And then TCNJ is really, really good. But again, like I said, top to bottom, it's anyone. Stockton has always been good. Ramapo always gives us a hard time. Jersey City's getting better. And it's just every single night, we hung with all those top teams. So we're just waiting to take that next step to get above that. But, we're playing really hard, and I can't complain. We just got to fix some things, and we have the whole second round now, seeing everybody again now twice, so we'll see what happens.
How much do you, as much as we want to joke about it, your dad over there how many games have you won, Mr. Cieplicki? You closing in on 500? You're over 500.
No, not yet.
You're closing in on 500 wins. He's had some good teams. You played on him.
Yeah.
He's a good basketball mind. How much do you go through how much does he involve himself in your program?
He doesn't, actually. I think I try to help him a little bit more.
Right.
Yeah.
You tell him that there's offense and defense, right?
Yes. We focus on defense a little bit, so I try to help that.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. You coming over here? We're going to talk a little Dumont Huskies basketball too. But
right.
So what grand ambitions have you thought about? I mean, is obviously, you're married to a basketball coach. You are a basketball coach. You see your future and your life inside basketball. I mean, do you want to move up the ladder, or if you stayed at this level for the next 20 years, could you find yourself being content at that?
Yeah. So I've been at every level now. I was an assistant for D2, an assistant for D1, and now a head coach at D3. And, they're all different worlds. D2 was really nice because it was a balance of both. But D3 is like where my heart is. I played it, like I said, and then coaching in it now. And I just think that the love for the game and all of that just really comes out in D3. So I'm happy where I am. But who knows? This world's pretty crazy. So.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Yeah. And you brought down an assistant coach from the great state of Vermont, too, which is only help.
Yeah, Abby Ionati.
Ashley Cieplicki, nice to catch up with you in your father's, what room are we in here? Is this like the parlor?
Phil calls it the visiting room.
The visiting room, right. We're sitting here. Should we talk about the Dumont Huskies at all?
We can always talk about
All right, come on, move over one chair. Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you, Corey.
All right, moving over to the great and legendary David Cieplicki, 5-5 with the Huskies here on January 14th. I mean, where do we go from here, Coach?
5-5, 2 losses by 5, 1 loss at the buzzer. Senior laden team. Really, we got a lot of young kids who are are going to be the future. They're not making it easy for me because I could go out to pasture, maybe possibly in Vermont. Okay.
Well, if you go, I'm coming with you. You know that.
But they're making it very difficult for me because there's a lot of light at the end of the tunnel. So we're what we do every day, we learn a little something new, and like again, the JV team comprised of all freshmen is 7-1. But
do you not have a freshman program?
I do have a freshman program, yes. And
so who's playing on that? The sophomores and the juniors?
That is incorrect. But we do have a freshman program, and they're struggling a little bit. But you know what, though? We'll see what happens next month.
So
the season will be over by then.
You're a guy. Here's a topic that we should talk about, and you can give your thoughts on it as candidly as you want to, or as not as you want to. But the Bergen County tournament's going to be seeded in a couple of days here. There's a lot of grumblings from longtime Bergen County people, myself included, I'll be honest, who, are not thrilled with the state of affairs. What do you see? Are there any remedies? Is there going to be any repercussions? Is it business as usual? Your thoughts on, are you going to play?
Well, there's a plan B now, and that's the invitational tournament. Obviously, we're probably going to make the invitational tournament because of the fact that we won't qualify at 625. So that's a good thing, and we can get 2 games, maybe 3 games out of this. So that's what I'm looking forward to. So in the county tournament, well, maybe we'll talk about that next year if I'm there.
Okay. I mean, the general consensus from guys and women who have been around as long as you, do you want to talk about that? I mean, there's problems, and listen, I'll lay it out because I got nothing to lose here.
By the same token, okay, I think there's always going to be a problem. I think what they've tried to do was they've tried to get more teams involved in this tournament, and that's where this invitational comes in, which is, I think, a good thing. I think, obviously, as well as I do, the Saddle River Day is really, 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 really good.
Yeah.
And I think maybe, getting 24 teams in the county tournament is a good thing, but you know what? I guess no one really wants to go against number 1 down the line.
Yeah, I think that there's no other way to say it because it's not played judiciously, and who wants to lose by 50? I mean, that's the bottom line. Even if you're a good team, I mean. To go and be embarrassed when it's unnecessary is something that I think a lot of you coaches are right about, and might be time to take a stand. But anyway, Dave, thank you for inviting me into your home.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
By the way, there was a cover charge of $25.50, okay, for the meal and the cocktail.
Thank you, Dave.
You're welcome. Anytime. Please come again.
Follow the leader.